We now return to the Summary tab to take a look at our employees' time records in some more detail. Make sure you select the pay period you want to review by clicking the calendar icon and choosing the week ending date. If we look at the exceptions displayed here, we will see some issues. Raymond is showing a missed punch. When you ask Raymond, he told you that he forgot to punch, but left right on time at 2:30. So, in Raymond's timesheet, you locate the missing punch, click on the cell for the out punch, enter the correct time, and click Save. In the Summary tab, you will see that the exception for the missed punch is no longer being displayed. This is a good time to review documenting changes that are made in the system. Documenting changes will primarily be done using the Reason field. Clicking on the Reason field will bring up a drop-down box of reasons for the changes you may make. In this case, we want to find the FTP or forgot to punch reason, click, and save. The Notes field can be used when you want to add miscellaneous notes to a punch record. Clicking on the Notes field opens a text box. Type your notes into the box and click OK. Then save your changes. Notice the envelope symbol that identifies any record that has notes attached. Returning to the Summary tab, you now need to add a work order number to one of James' punch records. In the timesheet, you will also see a work order field. After finding the punch record for which you need to add the work order number, click on the drop-down box, choose the appropriate work order number, click it, and save your changes. That day's punch record has now been assigned to work order number 10. Once again, we return to the Summary tab. In continuing to review the exceptions, we see that John has an absent displaying in the exceptions reporting. Clicking on John's name brings us to his timesheet, where we notice he did not work Wednesday as scheduled. After reviewing your notes, you see he called in sick, so you need to add a sick day for him in the system. To add the sick day, click on an open field and choose the appropriate day from the pull-down. Then, choose the appropriate pay code, which in this case is 3 for sick time. Then, type the number of hours into the regular hours box, in this case 8. Then choose Save. There are 2 additional fields to the extreme right of the timesheet that we need to quickly review: Business Unit and Job. You may need to change the business unit for a time record if the employee worked at a different location. You will need to change the job field if an employee temporarily works a job other than the one he is assigned in the system. Once you have reviewed and made any necessary corrections and saved all your changes to a timesheet, you are ready to approve it. To approve the timesheet, click the Approve button at the top of the screen. Notice, once it's approved, the status of the timesheet changes to Submit. When finished working in NOVaTime, you should always log off before closing your browser by clicking the Log Off button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. After logging off, the Log On screen will display. After signing out of the NOVaTime application, you also need to sign out of the Connector VPN. To do so, maximize the connector bar, and click the Sign Out button. Thank you for viewing the orientation for TEMCO NOVAtime Supervisor Web Services. Please notify the IT department if you encounter any issues.